Hey guys, what's going on? This is Mike from Below Average Blogger, and today I want to discuss the January 2021 earnings from my website portfolio. This is comprised of 3 sites, and they range from roughly 4 months old to 7.5 months old. We will go over analytics, revenue, and total revenue to date for all of the sites. So I don't know about you guys, but January has been a very busy month trying to pump out a lot of content. I started a new website as well in a breed-specific category. And I also did a lot of outdoorsy stuff for my YouTube channel and that outdoor website that I have. So I will throw in a little bit of beautiful Colorado drone footage right now, and we will jump into the January 2021 income report.
All too often, the winter blues seem to creep up out of nowhere. And when it happens, it's a good reminder to get outside and just go explore. No expectations, no special requirements, just good times with good people and epic views in all directions.
All right, so here is the big picture. On the main site, it was established mid-June of 2020. That makes it now roughly 7-ish months old. It's got 102 articles published with 150,000 words of content, and it had traffic this month of 3,100 page views with roughly 1,500, 1,600 visitors. It had a monthly revenue of $107.53. I will go into that breakdown in just a moment. The Moz DA is 11, Uber Suggest has it as an 11 as well, and Ahrefs has it as a 5, with currently it's built up 33 email subscribers, which my email subscription, I originally had a immediate pop-up, and it was not doing well. And so I changed it to a slide-in at 20 seconds after coming to the site. That way the visitor can at least get through that ad cookie, notice, and can read some of the content before they're hit with an email pop-up asking them to, subscribe to an email. So I will measure how those results and that change, we'll see what kind of results that change gets, and I will let you guys know next month. All right, so the second site, it has never been good. It has never done well. Google shows it no love. Bing has 0 impressions. Google has almost no impressions. Something is wrong with that site. I've not put a ton of effort into figuring out why. We may make a public case study here moving forward. I want to give it just another month or 2 to see if it's going to do anything. I have checked the WordPress admin to make sure it's not blocked from indexing. It's not. I've checked Search Console and Bing Webmaster Tool to ensure that the sitemaps are correct and updated. They are. So I don't know what's going on with it, but I don't really care right now. I've got other sites that are performing and things are happening, and I'm focusing on those right now, as well as the YouTube channels for the website. And I did a podcast for the outdoor website as well that's moving along and doing well. So just got a lot going on, and I don't really care about that site enough for me to really focus on it. I'm going to leave it on the back burner. If we get no updated results, then I will make it a public case study. I will share the URL, and maybe as a team, we can figure out what's going on. Site number 3, this site is roughly 4 months old, 26 articles, 32,000 words of content. It also received 3,100 page views with roughly 1,500 visitors. Now, that's interesting to me because it rivaled my large site with 102 articles and 150,000 words of content. And this site has 26 articles, so basically, a quarter, a fifth of 1/5 of the content. But because it's such an underserved area, when you Google things about this, the majority of the results are forum posts, Reddit posts, Quora questions. And so when I made this website, Google just picked it right up and started showing it. And you'll see here in the Search Console results in a second, it is vastly outperforming the large website. And that's attributed to a lot of things. I made poor decisions on the large website. I focused too much on just a golden keyword, getting the right keyword, throwing it to a cheap writer, doing a listicle, and expecting results. And I didn't get results, and that's on me. But moving forward, I'm learning that quality content is doing much better than keyword-specific content. And in addition, finding underserved areas, which everybody knows, but it doesn't always happen. So really focusing on underserved areas is partnered with quality content, for me, is yielding the best results. Being in the Passive Income Geek course, Morton really focuses on teaching about the quality of content and helpful content, and truly creating a site that just helps consumers make decisions and understand the products they have or they want. And that helpful, personalized content is drastically outperforming top 10 best of, long tail keyword, low comp, what the keyword paid tools are telling you. Yeah, they have their place, but I truly think Google's starting to figure out personalized, helpful, quality content over regurgitated specification content that just gives you a name of a product, a picture of a product, lists the details of the product that's already listed on REI, Amazon, the consumer websites. So I think Google's seeing that and lowering the priority of it, because you're really just showing what the retailers are showing. Adding quality personal content with a personal touch and helpful information, Google's finding it and ranking it better for me, even in higher competition search terms, than it is with lower competition terms, which generic information. So my initial advice is definitely focus on quality content, helpful content. Don't focus so much on search volume or, the keyword research. There's a place for it, but I think those days are slowly dying. All right, so the revenue for the third website was $24 this month. That was $16 in ad revenue and $8 in Amazon associate earnings. And its Ahrefs domain is 0.3 and it's a 3 on Moz. And I don't know what it is. Let me check Ubersuggest. And so it's a 3 on Ubersuggest as well. All right, so earnings for Ezoic on the main site. Now, keep in mind for the main site, this is an outdoor camping, overlanding, hiking, outdoor adventure niche, but it's a very broad topic category. And I write a little bit about all of that. And so January would be the absolute slowest month of the year for this type of content. People aren't searching it as much, they're not shopping for it as much, and they're not interested in it as much as they would be the majority of the rest of the year. I think between roughly December through February, it's a very slow period for camping and outdoors. So the good news there is I still hit 3,100 page views, which is one of my better months for page views, which means the site is still growing, and you'll see in Search Console it's still trending, but it just wasn't it's also not a big ad spend month for advertisers. January is one of the lowest months of the year. Ezoic put out some data recently that discussed that and showed how every January you see a huge decline in ad spend. So all of that contributes to lower numbers. All right, I'm done with the excuses. So the ad revenue for my main site was $13.39 with an EPMV of $9.30. On my third site, we won't talk about the second because it doesn't do anything. The third site, this is in the underserved niche that is a very low competition website. It also received $16.47 with an EPMV of $9.59. So same traffic, 3,100 page views, but it received, a couple more dollars per month in ad revenue, and it's got a fifth of the content. So it's obviously outperforming. All right, my AvantLink earnings for the month were $79.50, which would be my affiliate network that focuses on the outdoor industry. It made roughly $80 in earnings there. And Amazon Associates for the month was $14.64. So that gives total earnings for my main site to date at $338.01. And then on the newer site, $25.72, but it just got monetized at the end of December. And so we will see how that performs over the years. The good news is for both of these sites, these are seasonal because they're outdoor items. And I expect to see the interest and traffic grow from both of these moving into the warmer months. And I'm excited to see how they do. And I just started a new site. I haven't put any numbers up, but it's basically a new site, a breed-specific pet topic. And it has 5 articles, and I'm hoping because it's more of an evergreen content item, that it will do better year-round. And so I'm going to balance this year-round in my portfolio with these seasonal ones and kind of have a better balance of my exposure. All right, you will see here in the Search Console, so with the main site, 1,600 clicks, and this is to date. This is the life of the site. 1,600 clicks, 30,000 impressions with a 5.5% click-through rate and an average position of 35.2. Interesting thing about this website is the low comp keywords, and I kind of touched on this earlier, but the low comp keywords do okay on this site. They're slow to mature, slow to rank. They get there, they move up, they're trending north, but it's a slow process. Ironically, the high competition keywords about things I just happen to own and I wrote a really thorough, helpful review about, like a mountain bike or things like that, hiking shoes I own, those are way higher competition. When you look, the big dogs in the industry are writing about them. But I'm still ranking very well on those because I provide a good, personalized, genuine content that's not the same listicle and the same specs repeated that the manufacturer and the retailer websites are going to give. Google understands that those are already out there on higher domain authority sites, so why push it to the top? Versus Joe Schmo blogger, who wrote a really thoughtful piece about how he used the equipment, his personal experiences with it, tips and tricks about it, blah, blah, blah. That's ranking well, even though it's very high competition. So it's kind of defying the laws of SEO and keyword research. A lot of the stuff I read and heard online was that You find low comp, you find long tail, you find KGR, boom, you're going to rank. Well, I get very mixed results with those, and I'm finding that thoughtful, genuine, true, personalized content does much better even in high comp situations. All right, and so the third site is, you will see here, 17,000 impressions with 2,300 clicks. So we've almost doubled the clicks with half the impressions. We have a triple CT, 2.5 times CTR rate at 13.7 and an average position of 8, which is 4 times better than my larger site. So you'll see this site is 1/5 of the size, it's younger, it's weaker, but it's outperforming in every metric. So finding those underserved areas where when you search for it, you're only getting forum posts, Reddit posts, Quora posts, or maybe a big site in a broader category wrote one article about your item. If you can find those topics, jump on them because it seems to be doing well. All right, guys, so that is the wrap up for the month. Site number 1 to date, $338. Site number 2 is a pure dumpster fire, and we will make it public here in a few months if I get no results. And site number 3, $25 earnings to date, but as you saw from the data, it is trending above and beyond my main site, and I'm looking forward to pumping more content in it and seeing how it does. Thanks for stopping by, thanks for following along, and thanks for the comments and questions. I'm also publishing a video this week regarding the Q&A from January, all the questions that came in and all the answers, because just because I answered that person doesn't mean that as a group, as a community, as a team, we can't all benefit or learn from each other on these questions. So I publish each one in a Q&A video, and that's coming out later this week. Thanks again for following along, and I will catch you with you next time.